Hi everyone, I'm Errol, the guy behind Kiraa and the Kiraa channel. It's a bit of a different kind of video today, and that's because I wanted to give you a little bit more information about Kiraa and ask for your help. 10 years ago, I lost a colleague and a friend who died suddenly. He wasn't a CEO or a department head, and on paper, he was just another employee like me. But Fred was the person that everybody called when numbers didn't make sense. And that's because he carried decades of knowledge and experience in his head. And when he died suddenly, a hole opened up in that business. It took us 3 years and more than $1 million to fill that. And even then, we didn't really fill it. We just rebuilt enough of it to keep going. But that experience changed profoundly how I think about work and people and what businesses actually are. And businesses aren't just organization charts, they're complex webs of human understanding. And most of that understanding is completely invisible until it's gone. And that's not something that I ever really understood until Fred died. So when I look at what the AI industry is doing right now, I get genuinely worried because the big tech narrative is that people are replaceable. They think that a job is just a list of tasks. And if you can automate the tasks, you don't need the person. They want agents here, there, and everywhere. I just don't believe it and I don't buy it. And I don't want to live in a world that they're creating. They want a world where you can't speak to a human, where your bank has no branches, your supermarket has no cashiers, and businesses are just agents talking to other agents. They want you to get rid of your people and rent your intelligence off them and pay for it by the token from their data centers. But what they're missing is that it's through these low value jobs where people like me learn their most valuable skills. If you strip those jobs out, you don't just lose the person, you lose the next generation of Freds before they ever get a chance to become one. What kind of world will we create where every business just rents its intelligence by the token? That's not progress, that's technological nihilism. And I think it's wrong on so many levels. And we shouldn't be simply accepting the idea that that's just the way it's going to be. So I'm building something different, and it's built on a philosophy of not replacing people, but enhancing them. Instead of artificial intelligence, I'm building augmented intelligence. That's intelligence that keeps humans in the loop, but removes the friction and eliminates all the busy work that just annoys and frustrates people. Over the last few years, I've been working with a handful of customers to work out how we can help people do their jobs better instead of replacing them. The technology that I've developed inside Kiraa builds a proprietary knowledge cache for each business. And this provides a structured, verified memory of how their business actually works. And then we pair it with AI to provide safe, fast, and secure answers. But the most important part is that I'm building Kiraa to run locally on hardware that customers own and control, and with a commercial model that's built on value, not predatorial dependency and vendor lock-in. In the future, I believe every company will build and run their own AI on-premise and keep that well outside the prying eyes of others. And when I talk to customers, they agree, and that's what they want as well. But nobody is doing that today, and businesses are being forced into this centralized token factory model, which surrenders control and sovereignty. But I know there's a market there which nobody else has unlocked, but I've worked out how to unlock it. So now that the Kiraa solution is ready to scale, I've been talking to investors. Some of those conversations have been good, but many of them have been bad because many investors fundamentally disagree with many of the core ideas that I've been talking about on this channel. For a starter, they don't like Apple. They much prefer NVIDIA. They don't like the idea on premise. They much prefer cloud. They prefer pricing models where they can squeeze every last cent of value from a customer. And as a result, they think I'm wrong because I'm not doing what everyone else is doing. But I don't want to compromise on that and build a company that they want. I want to build a company that fixes a broken corporate model, not entrenches it. And it's important because if we don't push back now, we're going to be centralizing power in the hands of a few. So I want to build Kiraa for people who actually share the view that AI should serve humans, not replace them. I want to build for the people who want technology that they own, not rent. And most importantly, for the people who think sovereignty and privacy are far more important than the latest foundation models. Now, my views put me at odds with how many investors think, which is why I'm now proposing a crowdsource raise. That way, I offer a small piece of the company that we're building to others who see the world in the same way. Now, that's not for everybody, and not everybody needs to agree with it. That's fine. But a crowdsource raise allows people from around the world to invest in Kiraa for just a few $100s. And these are real shares in a real AI company. But before we spend tens of thousands of dollars on accountants and lawyers to prepare all the official paperwork, I need to know whether there's enough interest to make that worth doing. And that's the only reason I'm making this video. We've just put up a page on our Kiraa website where viewers and subscribers can register their interest. There's no commitment, obligation, or cost. It's just a signal that tells me whether there's a community of people out there who see the world the same way that I do. And if that resonates with you, the link is below, and I'd love for you to register your details. But of course, otherwise, thank you for watching, and thank you for the many conversations that I've had with people in the last few months. Whether you invest or not, I'm grateful that you're here, and I'm grateful that you get value from some of the content that I create. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one.